Hi everyone and welcome to COM103. This short video is a brief overview of the layout of the course and also provides a little bit more detailed information on some of the assignments that you will be doing in the class. So first thing you see here is the class announcements or home page, login page, whatever you want to call it. This is where I'm going to provide any updates to the class. So if there's any changes or anything you need to know about, I'll post them here. I will do it in chronological order with the most recent at the top. You want to try and log in at least once a day if you can. I don't post every day, but you want to just make sure that you're up to date. I will email, but primarily my mode of communication will be through the announcements. In the main area over here, on the main navigation under this top left area, it's called Course Home. If you click on it, the first thing you'll see is the syllabus. And this is your basic information about the class, course, learning outcomes, description, things like that. You will also have what's called the Getting Started page. You can look at this. This is really just an overview or a repeat of what I'm telling you now, but it's good quick reference. So if you want to check up on something, it might be better to use this instead of the video. The next item is what's called course requirements. I have a list of requirements that I have for not only myself but for you. For example, the course requirements are really more for you, and what they are is, for example, we're doing speeches in this class, but you have to have at least 8 people for 2 of the 4 speaking assignments that you have. This is mandatory. It is a public speaking class, so you have to have an audience. Any number below 8, you will be deducted points. You do have to have your own recording equipment. Ideally, you have a video camera, but if you only have something like a cell phone, that'll work as long as you can capture what needs to be captured. And that's pretty much it about that. The class at a glance is an overview of weekly assignments, due dates, point values, things like that, so you can get a sense of what it looks like from a week-to-week basis. I also have an area where we can introduce ourselves. This is where I put information about me in a little video or in text, and you can share any information about yourself. And there are class policies. And this is where, for example, we have email policies, my response time for emails, posting grades, how long it'll take, again a policy that I follow, and submitting late work, which is of course on your end. And the final thing is the Adobe Connect page. This is the page where you're going to get information about how to link up to our live lectures. We're going to be doing weekly live lectures or chats, and we're going to use Adobe Connect. We're not using Class Live Pro. This provides information on how to log in. We're also going to use this for the webinar assignment, which is another assignment you can find out more about in the class, specifically in week 2. Okay, and you can see over here there are different weeks, 1 through 4 of course, and each week looks pretty much the same. You have the week 1 overview. This provides learning outcomes, general information. Below that is a checklist. The checklist provides you with a list of the different things that you'll be doing each week, so you can sort of stay on track with what you need to be doing in class. There are review materials for each week. Basically, they're videos, and you're going to watch those because they will be on the final quiz of the class, which is quiz 4 in week 4. There is a live lecture. Again, that's the weekly chat. You click on that, you can get a sense of what we're going to be talking about. And then there's a weekly discussion, at least in weeks 1 through 3. You get information about how to do that. And the assignments themselves, the speeches, the reflection, the quizzes, and that's pretty much how the class shapes out. So again, 2 through 4, similar to the way week 1 is. The resources section provides a little bit of additional material for anybody who's looking for additional help maybe on a specific assignment, things like that. And the only other thing I want to talk about is the tools area. This section over here where you can see all these different items. The 2 that you want to pay closest attention to, well really 3. There's a grade book, of course, where you find out what your grade is on the various assignments. You can email, and the other 2 I want to talk about is doc sharing and Dropbox. Doc sharing is where I will provide some more resources. For example, grading rubrics are there, and so if you have any questions about how you're going to be assessed for a specific assignment, you can go in here and look at it and get an idea of exactly what you'll be graded on. The other area is Dropbox. So, for example, when you submit speech 1, you're going to submit it through the Dropbox. I don't want people emailing me links to videos and things like that. I want it all done through the course, so it's documented when it's submitted and there's verification that it's actually there. So you want to do that through the Dropbox. And that is pretty much it in a nutshell for the course. So again, I know this was quick, but if you have any additional questions, of course you can go back to, again, over here, the class at a glance, or I strongly encourage you to attend the weekly chats, especially in week 1, where you can get a lot of questions answered. They're going to be on Tuesday nights from 6 to 7:30. Other than that, welcome to class, and I'm looking forward to the month.